Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your hot and cold water supplies. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE Washer Water Inlet Valve. It's going to be a very easy repair and it'll only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open the package, you're going to get the new water inlet valve. The water inlet valve lets water into the washing machine. The main reason you'd be changing it out is if one or more of the solenoids have failed and the washer is not filling properly, or the body is cracked and you're getting water leaking on the floor. In order to change the part, we have to go around to the back of the machine. Now that we're on back, we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to take out all the screws that hold the top on. Now that we have the screws out, we're going to take the top off. Just going to pull back on it till it stops. And then we have to remove this trim up here. We're going to pull back on the trim a little bit to release it. There's a couple tabs that lock it into the top. Once you have the trim off, you can set it aside. Then we can lift the top off. If it doesn't lift straight up, you may have to push it in just a hair so it releases from the mounting tabs. And we can lift it off and set it aside. Now that we have the top off, we have to take the hoses off the valve. So we're going to put a towel down to catch any water that may come out. To get the hoses off, we're just going to use pliers to break them free. When you're taking these off, you want to make sure you label them hot and cold, so when you put them back on, they go in the right spot. Now we're on the inside of the cabinet. We're going to take the wires off the water inlet valve. These are all individually wired, so you want to make sure you don't mix them up. We got the brown and the double blue on this side, hot side, then the tan and the double blue on the cold side. Once you have the wires disconnected, you can use pliers to compress the clamp and move it up the hose. And then take the hose off the water inlet valve. If it's on there tight, you can use a small flathead screwdriver to help break it free. Now that we have the hose off, we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screw that holds the water inlet valve to the cabinet. Once you have the screw out, we're going to slide it to the left a little bit and pull it out. Once you have it free, you can pull it out of the washer. Here's the old water inlet valve next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new water inlet valve in, you just have to line it up with the openings in the cabinet. And then we're going to slide it over to the right to lock it in. Once you have it locked in, you can use the Phillips screwdriver to put the screw in. Now we can put the hose on. All you have to do is push it onto the water inlet valve. We're going to use the pliers to compress the clamp. Move it down so we get a good seal. And we can reconnect the wiring harnesses. To put the wires back on, we're just going to plug them onto the solenoids. We have the double blue and the tan on the cold solenoid, the double blue and the brown on the hot solenoid. Once you have the wires on, we can reattach the hoses. When you put these back on, we're just going to start them by hand so you don't strip out the threads. And you want to make sure the hot's on the hot, the cold's on the cold. Once you have it snug, you can use the pliers to tighten it down so you don't get any leaks. Once you have the hoses on, we can put the top back on. When you're putting the top on, you want to make sure that these pins go into the holes right here before you push it in. All you have to do is set the top down so it goes onto the pins. And then before we push it in, we're going to put the trim piece back on. Before you put the trim piece on, you want to make sure the top is pushed in far enough so this rib right here isn't interfering with the tab going in. All you have to do is set the trim on. You want to make sure that these 3 tabs go into the openings. And then you can snap it on. And push it forward a little bit so it locks into the top. Then we can push forward on the whole top. Then we can use that Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have the washer put back together, you can plug it back in, turn the water on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.